Welcome! Thank you for downloading episode 83 of Suplex City Limits for November 6, 2016. I don't get high, I stay high. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, joined as always by the Cheech to my Chong.
What up, what up? It's Rando Commando. We got a very energetic show host this morning, and it sounds like, holy shit!
We'll see how if it makes it all the way to the end.
Right?
Suplex City Limits available for listening everywhere fine podcasts are found. You can follow us on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. If you like the show and would like to pick up a t-shirt, we have 4 designs available at Pro Wrestling Tees. And if you'd like to help by donating, patreon.com/Suplex City Limits. You can donate as little as $1 per month.
That's right.
I mean, that's so much cheaper than feeding a hungry kid in Africa. How much is that? That's like a cup of coffee a day.
Yeah.
We're talking less than a cup of coffee per month. And really, which one brings, more joy to your life? Suplex City Limits or starving kids in Africa? I mean, what do you get from them? A couple of shitty fucking drawings?
We're more satisfying to listen to than getting like a really heartfelt note from some kid in Africa. Oh, wow.
Suplex City Limits, more satisfying than starving kids in Africa.
Yeah.
We're off to a good start. I'm feeling it this week.
You are.
You just lost like 10 people right there.
We gained 10 people. You know, our listeners, it sounded like they really liked the Jonestown joke last week. And
they did.
We probably just gained 10 more listeners saying that shit. So.
I mean, Jim Jones, how many people did he get? There was hundreds of people who died there.
Thousands.
Right? Yeah. So if he could get that many people together, fuck, we should be able to get that many, right? That's why I played that special intro song for everybody who commented on that last week. But let's talk some wrestling. That's what we're here for. That's what the people come here for.
Is it?
That and my golden silky voice. Oh shit. Talk about let's break it up a little bit. And we'll talk about Hell in a Cell, Heck in a Shack, Heck in a Cage.
Heck in a shack. How about distress in a kennel?
Distress in a kennel.
Oh.
It is very like a kennel. The whole thing reminds me of a kennel.
It kind of does,
people,
yeah.
Like people put their shitty Dobermans in there and lock them out. All it needs is like a bunch of shit laying around in there.
There is a bunch of shit laying around in there.
Plenty of shit inside of the kennel. Let's just wade into it. I mean, I guess general thoughts on the show, overall thoughts?
Yeah, that's what I got. That's
5
my
out,
thoughts on.
5 out of 10?
Yeah.
4 out of 10? Yeah.
I don't know. There were some things I liked. There were some things I didn't like.
There were some things I liked, more things I didn't like.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. We were live from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts for Hell in a Cell 2016. Started off on the kickoff show. Cedric Alexander, Lindsay Dorado, Sin Cara, defeating Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Arya Daivari. I want to say this, we'll get there, but I think this match happened on Raw as well this week.
I think it happened on Superstars, too.
Yeah, last week on Superstars. Yeah. It was actually a pretty fun match, 10 minutes. I don't know, even though they are thrown together, and it's not really much of a point. I do like them. I think they're entertaining. They did a lot of coordinated, multi-man flipping over the top ropes and shit kind of spots. I thought it was pretty fun.
It was decent action.
Decent action-packed action.
Decent action.
And then too, I don't recall. Sorry, who got the pin here, but I know on Raw. This wasn't even that. Never mind, he wasn't even in this match. They changed these a little bit. Swan was in one of them here on Raw. I guess Swan wasn't in this one, but the faces did go over, so which seems to be like every single week. They're just beating Nice and Gulak are just getting defeated like every single week. But main card opens with Robot Reigns versus Rusev in the first of 3 Hell in a Cell fucking
So they
matches.
started off with a Hell in a Cell match. We were saying they were just gonna do all 3 at the end.
Well, I really didn't think they would. I thought that would have been suicide. They had to break them up. I don't know, dude. 3 in a row?
Well,
3 on the same show was ridiculous as it
yeah,
was.
you're right. Yep, absolutely.
And I was like, well, at least we get it out of the way, and I don't have to like see. We get 2.5 hours without Reigns, so
That's true.
that's nice.
Yep.
Get it out. Fucking, if you got a big plate of food, just like eat your least favorite thing first,
Yep.
so you can savor the rest. This match was fucking 24 minutes, and I was bored throughout the whole thing.
Well, you usually are bored with Roman Reigns matches.
Dude. Yeah, and it's just the same old shit, he kicks out of everything. Like, I don't want to see any wrestler kicking out of this much shit, honestly. It's just ridiculous, dude. He powers out of everything, kicks out of everything. He wins. I mean, I thought the match was meh. I don't know, I just fucking hate Roman Reigns so much, dude.
You're not alone.
His matches are so fucking boring, and Rusev's not enough to really carry it. But when you put him with Styles, it was like, yeah, that's a good match, But it was like all on Styles, obviously.
Well, right, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, not much to say there. They keep it on Reigns, which is lame. Yeah.
Mm.
We called every one of these, or at least I did, every match except for the main event, which I should have fucking seen coming. I should have fucking picked Charlotte. But the rest of these matches, if you go back last week, we were right on with all of these. Bayley defeats Dana Brooke in a match that just shouldn't have been on this card. Seriously.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been.
Dude, the crowd didn't give a fuck about this. Like, the crowd was just dead.
There's not one crowd that these 2 chicks went at it. There's not one crowd that gave a fuck. How many times have they wrestled before already now? Leading up to this, 3-4 times already?
Oh, yeah.
Way more than that.
Yeah, and this is just silly because this Dana Brooke sucks so much.
And she
I know
makes
I say
Bayley look bad, dude.
It does make Bayley look bad. Yeah, they're cooling her off hard, man. I mean, now they are moving her into, it's going to be a Charlotte and Bayley, angle now, and that's why I should have saw it coming, because I should have known.
No, I heard they're going to have Bayley and Banks go at it again.
What? Didn't seem like it on Monday. But,
that's true. Yeah, you're right.
But Dana Brooke, man, fuck, I just wouldn't even put her in a spot to have turnbuckle shots. She takes turnbuckle shots worse than anyone I've ever seen in my life.
Just take the ropes down. She's had problems with all that shit here in the past few weeks. Just take the rope down. Take all the ropes down for her match.
Yeah, I guess there's rumors kind of going around that she's trying to like sleep her way to the top. I don't know if that's true, but I thought she was with Ziggles, but I suppose she could be banging, whoever back there.
Oh,
good on you, man. That's, I'm not one of those people that hate on people for getting laid, What is that out there, like dudes, like people who hate on chicks for fucking, throwing some ass around, like, why are you mad about that? You should be happy. As a team man, you should be happy that they're throwing some ass around. Right?
You got a point, yeah. There's a point there. Yeah.
Unless it's with people like for the sole purpose of getting ahead, that's pretty fucking cheesy.
Well, yeah.
I don't care. This match sucked. Gallows and Anderson with Enzo and Cass. I'm trying to remember much about this. I don't know. I mean, obviously they won, as we called, 50-50 booking.
Right.
But I mean, I don't really remember much about it, honestly. I decided that I wasn't going to take notes for this show. I take notes for everything, but I didn't for this because you know what, fuck it. I'm going to actually just enjoy a show for a change. I'll try to. Just randomly, did you see a sign in the crowd that said Sheamus smokes mids?
Yep.
That's fucking. I thought that was great. Better than this match. Oh, you had Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I couldn't believe that they put this match here.
Yeah, so early.
I mean, they definitely tried to break them up, but I don't know. I disagree with having the women main event coming into it, and I think that we were proven right by that. I think this is the match of the night right here, Owens and Rollins. I thought that should have been the main event, and I feel like it got held back kind of too because of the women, but
Right.
because like they had to have all their spots too, you know. So, but this show was a BDSM fan's fucking delight. There was caning, there was chains, there was all kinds of madness. Anything too with this. I mean, you have the whole purpose of a Hell in a Cell is to be locked in the cell. Of course, they find a way to put Jericho in there.
Mm-hmm.
It basically turns into a handicap match. I don't know. I didn't mind it. It's whatever. But like, whatever happened to having a champion who just kicks people's asses? You know, like heels can't do that. There can't be a heel champ in WWE who just fucks people up.
Right,
You know?
right.
He's got to be a pussy. He's got to get help. He's got to,
This is all, what, there's no telling what was supposed to happen. Because obviously if Balor was here, he'd be mixed in all of this too. So I don't know. I can see how this shit's thrown together. Because they kind of had to come up with something on the fly. So,
Right.
I don't know. Well,
I thought it was all right. There's a really big spot with Owens went through like 2 tables, one of which was like angled upward.
yeah.
I was impressed with like the power of Rollins there. The way he like deadlifted him and then got him from almost the Styles Clash position. And Owens, I mean, some on Owens too for like the fucking ab work to get himself up and get up into a power bomb spot, man. I thought that was really impressive.
Right. Well, Rollins he's a gym rat, yo. So I wasn't too surprised by his power. I know the guy's he's a very, very strong guy.
And it's CrossFit Jesus, dude.
Yeah, he is CrossFit Jesus.
We've got the CrossFit Jesus. See him on Monday Night Raw. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, and we have Brian Kendrick defeating TJ Perkins, which guess who called it last week? Your
There
boy
you go.
did.
Yeah.
TJ Perkins wasn't doing anything with it, so it had to be done.
Right.
I mean, I just thought the spot was cliche. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, okay, great. He's not hurt, you know.
No, of course not. Nobody's ever hurt. And when they are really hurt, they don't tell anybody that they're really hurt.
We were watching it, and it was funny. My chick was kind of halfway paying attention as she does during wrestling, and she's like, "Who's that guy?" Show us zoomed in on Perkins. I'm like, "That's CJ Perkins." It's like, "Oh, he's a champ." I'm like, "Well, he is for now. He's about to lose it." You know, while Kendrick's selling on the ground for the injury. It was just so obvious. I mean, I didn't have a beef with it. I thought it was okay. The tying Perkins to the rope thing with his like tape around his wrist, that was fucking awful, dude.
Yeah.
That looked like shit.
Yep.
But dude, Boston, I love Boston. You hear that guy? He's like, "Get a fucking haircut, hippie." Loud on the camera, dude. Fucking loud. I thought that was awesome. Moving on from that, I thought that was a good call. We had the Cesaro Sheamus with the New Day. Kind of fucking perplexing. New Day lose by DQ. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was an alright match.
We said that there was going to be some fuckery.
Yeah. These guys are faces, so it's kind of a weird decision, but I don't know. I didn't really. Not a lot with that match. You know, New Day are entertaining. They're holding it until they surpass fucking Demolition, so. And they're just not going to pull the trigger on moving it off these guys. I mean, why would you? You know, like I just this week got my pre-ordered, Funko Pop 3-pack of New Day figures. So obviously the New Day thing is successful, right?
Yeah. I'd have to say, yeah.
You know, I just spent $30 on a New Day fucking product this week, so I get it. I get it. Then we had the main event, the third main event, right? This is a triple main event.
Yep.
The match opening the show, that was a main event. Okay. Yeah, the women's match. I mean, I don't know. Did you think it should be? Do you think it should have been the main event? Do you think it lived up to being the main event?
No. You always put the best title at the end. You always put the top title.
Triggers. Well, that triggers me because I think that women are equal. No. Yeah, I thought it was shitty. Yeah, I mean, there's, I love how they they get out of the cage immediately before it even starts. They're outside.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was a motherfucker of a power bomb, though, too.
Yes.
Banks bounced off that table, man. It's like you didn't.
She took
you
a
didn't
hard
have
bump
to.
there.
It was like, it reminded me of a fucking Mike Awesome power bomb.
Yep.
It's unfucking necessarily violent, just to try to get a pop. Totally, that's an awesome bomb right there. And then too, they go through this whole spiel of she's hurt, which again is such a cliche. I like how the medics wrapped up a bunch of wires and shit in the neck brace. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They're pushing her out and they're wrapped up in the fucking thing. And so instead of taking it off and pulling them out, they just start yanking on them. Dude, this is stupid.
Yeah, no way. And
And of course we get the up off the stretcher spot. Just very cliche. A lot of cliches in this, man.
Yeah.
Fucking WWE 101. And I mean the end was weird. It was kind of out of nowhere. She's trying to put Sasha into the table. The table's not breaking because she weighs 80 pounds.
Right. Dripping wet.
Yeah. dripping wet. Like how?
Both ways, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was worthy of the main event coming in. I don't think it lived up to be the main event of the show. I thought Owens and Rollins was better. Is this a Hell in the Cell that's going to go down really in people's memory? No.
No.
I don't think you're going to have a Hell in the Cell now that's going to, because you don't top fucking Mick Foley and The Undertaker. You can't top it, man, ever. I mean, even they got some other good ones too, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. I don't know, man. They got to stop doing it as a yearly thing. It's not everybody's talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Every year. I think we say the same thing every single year. It's just it needs to be, when it merits it, you have one on whatever pay-per-view it may be. The idea that it's just a pay-per-view every October fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's a dumb idea. Like you said, it should happen organically.
Yeah. And a lot of people were leaving during the main event. People in attendance were saying that people were leaving because it was late there. It was after 11, Because, of course, the show ran late. Ran into fucking, I don't know, 11:20 local time, something like that. So, yeah, pretty foolish. All in all, I'd say a 4, maybe a 5 out of 10. Not that great of a show. But move into some news for the week. I guess we got The Undertaker returning for the 900th episode of SmackDown. I guess I suppose they have to announce it to try to pop a rating, let people know he'll be there. I would have rather a surprise myself.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I like surprises, man, right? That's part of wrestling. I don't know. There's not a lot of it anymore, though. But he'll be back on the 15th for the 900th episode of SmackDown. Likely to set up his, his feud for WrestleMania. Who do you think it'll be? I think it's going to be fucking John Cena.
Well, yeah, they never really fought each other, have they?
I guess not. I guess they did, but a long time ago. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see him wrestle anybody, but definitely not John Cena. So I guess, there's that to look forward to. Ric Flair claims big spots were pulled from the women's Hell in a Cell event. One involved a moonsault, he says. So I don't know if that was really ever in there, dude.
I don't know.
You gonna let her moonsault off the top of the cage? I don't see that ever being in the plans. But
They said that they were gonna try to keep him off the top of the cell. Those two were told to stay off the top of the cage.
yeah, they're just being in the cage and around the fucking thing. How many times has Sasha Banks land on her neck, dude? It's just, that chick is like fucking injury prone, man. Like he did like a monkey flip spot into the cage, and she just like straight down on her fucking melon, dude.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. So, Hulk Hogan reaches a settlement with a Gawker finally. He's gonna get $31 million out of this deal.
Out of what, the 125 he was
40?
140
Yeah.
that he was going after? So he's gonna get 31 million?
Yeah. Hell of a payday, brother.
Hogan always goes over, brother.
That's right, dude. Hogan fucking pins Gawker 1, 2, 3, center there. They already talked too that he might be back in WWE. I don't know what he brings. What does Trot and Hulk Hogan out there do, man? Fucking nothing. I don't know. Lots of TNA bullshit. Corrigan loses his case, at least for the moment. It's spilled over onto Twitter. I don't know if you've seen this. He's on Twitter arguing with Anthem, who's like the owners of the Fight Network, who now put a bunch of money in. Evidently, they're supposed to pay him back the $2.7 million. That's how much money he put into TNA.
Really?
$2.7 million.
Wow.
For $2.7 million. He'd have just started a fucking Fed, dude. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I guess he's out. He's no longer president. He's supposed to get his money back, and that's supposed to be it. Also, TNA lost their UK TV deal.
Yep,
So,
I've seen that.
As of January 2017, Challenge will no longer be the home of TNA in the UK. That's fucking brutal, man. I don't know. We've heard from the amazing fans in the UK, and no, you do not want to wait 3 to 5 days to watch the program after it airs in the US. Our goal is to broadcast Impact in the UK as close to the US premiere as possible. Okay. I mean, I guess if it's that many days after it airs here, that is kind of... And that's already, 3 months after it was recorded.
Right?
Well, UK is a huge market for them, man. That's like the only market that really gives a fuck about TNA. Like, if they go over there, they'll have huge shows and shit. But they couldn't, they can't do a house show here to save their life, but over there.
Yeah, you can't give people... Yeah. You couldn't have a TNA show in a homeless shelter and fill it up.
Maybe if there was free sandwiches and shit.
Bagel bites?
Bagel Bites, dude. Yeah, brought to you by Bagel Bites. TNA, dude, I don't fucking... Once again, it seems like, at least for the moment, Dixie Carter comes out unscathed. She's like a fucking cockroach, man. Just cannot be killed. Now WWE announces a new show on the network. The Cruiserweight-centric show called 205 Live. The show will air Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on the network and include the announcing dream team of Mauro Ranallo and Corey Graves, which makes sense why it was Mauro and Graves calling the pre-show Cruiserweight match on the pay-per-view. I thought that was really weird, so that makes sense now. There's no real announcement now. I guess TJ Perkins said he'll still be working both shows. So I guess I don't know if they'll be working Raw and this, but this will be taking place from the same event as SmackDown. So if you go to SmackDown, then after that ends, you will now have this. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess you had to do something because the Raw thing's not working at all.
No.
on there. I mean, that's all on WWE. Why that's not working, but the debut episode of this is November 29th. So I don't know. I guess it'll be an hour-long show.
It's on the network then, right?
Yeah, yeah. On the network after SmackDown. SmackDown will go 7 to 9, Central Time, and then this will be right after that. So no news on Talking Smack on what's going to happen with that, because this will be right in that spot. So I never watched Talking Smack really anyway.
Why did they, if they're going to get rid of that one, why'd they start doing one for Raw?
Yeah, that's right. After Hell in a Cell, they're like, after this fucking 4.5-hour show, I'm like, no, dude, fucking pass, man. I will pass on that shit. What is it, Talking Raw or Raw Talk? That's what it's called? Fucking Raw.
Yeah, Raw Talk.
Yeah, I can hear that every time you click that thing, by the way.
Sorry.
It's soaking all the people.
Sorry! God damn it. Sorry, people.
So, I don't know. More wrestling for us to watch or for me to watch. I don't know. I look forward to it, actually. I like a cruiserweight show. The presentation will be fucking decent, at least, I don't know, I'll take it. For once, they had more shit that I'm like, actually not that bad with it. Then Austin Aries, I guess his eye injury is worse than expected. He's going to have surgery.
Oh, it looked brutal.
He did look brutal. He looked like a cyborg or something.
It looked
dude.
like his damn eyeball exploded inside of his head, man.
Yeah. That's a Nakamura kick for you. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for the news. Yeah, mostly just, TNA bullshit. Moving into some of these shows, moving to the Halloween episode of Raw. I feel like we did a better Halloween episode than they did.
Yeah, we did.
I just want to say that. Raw was
we
live.
We didn't need a screaming bearded man to do that either.
Yeah.
We'll get to
Raw
that.
was live from Hartford, Connecticut. The cold open with Goldberg. As he enters the arena to full pyro, again wearing a physique-hiding affliction jacket. As the Mark masses chant for Goldberg. Then Heyman comes out, blah, blah, they face each other. Brock's music plays, he doesn't come out. It ends up with Rusev coming out. I feel like Rusev must have pissed somebody off on Sunday.
Yeah. Who in the hell did Rusev make mad?
He must have complained about something in that Reigns match or something, because he gets made to look like a bitch. Oh, God. Goldberg, attacks him, immediately falls down. Watch out, Grandpa. Be careful. Be careful, don't fall. He jackhammers Rusev and then awfully spears Heyman. So, later on, Heyman would be... Well, not even Heyman shown in an... They just show an ambulance driving away. Oh, okay. So they're doing a Heyman injury angle. We then go to the announce team, who are all dressed up for Halloween. You got Saxton in pajamas with ducks on them, onesie pajamas. Fucking awful.
That's what he wears underneath his suit on a regular night.
Yeah, which is what? You're a baby? I mean, what are you... What's the costume there? I don't get it. Graves is wearing, a suit that has pumpkins all over it. And Cole was dressed up as the world's shittiest wrestling announcer. He had the best costume of the three.
I think he won the company Christmas part, or not Christmas, but Halloween party costume contest.
Best costume
Yeah.
goes to Michael Cole.
Yep.
That's a fair assessment right there. We have the trick or street fight, dude.
Oh, poop.
Dude, it was awful. It was so awful, man.
You called it, though. You called it. Somebody's getting hit with a pumpkin.
Oh, you damn right they are.
40 times.
Yep. It's Gallows versus Enzo. The ring is surrounded by fucking jack-o'-lanterns. There's a tub of apples. There's various Halloween fucking shits all over the place. I admit I was slightly amused by Enzo and Cass in like little kids,
That was
Woody
pretty
and
funny.
Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear costumes.
Yep.
But dude, some of these spots in this match, Enzo dunks Gallows into the tub of apples, and then Gallows just like puts his arm in there, puts an apple in his mouth,
Yeah.
so that when he's pulled up, he's got an apple in his mouth. It's like, dude, Gallows. I'm gonna go ahead and say it here. I think Gallows is the shits, actually.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen matches where he's standing there, awfully waiting for some like spot? You know,
Many.
we've seen that so many times.
Very
A lot
many.
of a lot of sloppy shit from him, man. And then after that too, he pulls him out, and then he just stands there and waits for Enzo to like punch the apple out of his mouth. It was stupid. Anderson gets a pie in the face, goes off the apron through a table full of candy. Cass then struggles to get a pumpkin onto Gallows' big pumpkin head. Enzo like hits it, jumping off the top rope, and wins. So you spent this like last month or 3 weeks building the club up to be badasses again, just to put pumpkins on their head and put pies in their face.
Right.
Unfucking believable, this company. So, dude, I just don't even know what to say, honestly. It's so stupid. Who is this show fucking for, man? It's for children. It must be for children. But that fucking sucked. Perkins and Kendrick for the Cruiserweight Championship. Kendrick cut a decent promo on the ramp. Match starts for about 20 seconds, and then it goes to commercial. Fucking awful. TJP did a crazy head scissors takedown from the top, over the top rope, and nearly brained himself. Like, landed right on his head on the apron.
Yeah.
Good looking move, like a cool move, but it didn't go off as he planned. Kendrick could beat the count, but doesn't. He just leaves. So Perkins wins by count out. TJP attacks in the aisle, and Kendrick does tap out in the aisle after the match. So I mean, they're going to continue this, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Foley is backstage with Braun Strowman. Braun wants to be on the team at Raw, team for Survivor Series. Foley sets up a match for him to earn it later in the show. And two, we have Mick Foley addressing that controversy from Hell in a Cell.
Oh, God.
Yeah, with Owens and Jericho. I mean, I don't know. What did you think about it?
Hey, why did he feel he had to scream at people for 2 weeks in a row? Just yell.
Just awkward, right?
Yeah.
He's not that guy.
No.
Like, I refuse to believe that Mick Foley is ever that guy.
Right.
He's never been that angry at anybody. Like, he's just not that guy, man. You know? So it's just really awkward because he's just not that dude. Eventually, in this, out comes the vacant-eyed charisma vacuum, only partially sentient Robot Reigns. And buckle up, he was carrying a microphone. I'm like, oh no, and then I see him carrying a mic, and I'm like, oh no, even more. As the Roman sucks chants rain down upon him. He then calls Jericho and Owens SpongeBob and Patrick.
Ooh, that one cut deep, I bet.
Yeah. How dare you, sir? Fucking ridiculous. Foley sets up Jericho and Reigns for the U.S. title as your main event. Just predictable, obviously. Don't put these matches on that are like obvious. No chance that they're gonna. Obviously, not gonna switch the belt. So I'm not gonna fucking bother. Like, why do I want to even watch the match? There's no point to it. But I do because of this show. Because I can't skip things that suck. You know, I watch these shows and like usually there's some shit women's match I would just skip, but I have to watch it, and so I can come on here and talk about how it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
What have we done to ourselves?
I don't know. We must be gluttons for punishment.
fucking guess so.
That's about all I can.
Yeah. With a 12-man battle royal for a spot on the Survivor Series team. A lot of sightings here. We had a Darren Young sighting, a transgender Mahal sighting. A lot of fucking jobbers. Sheamus and Cesaro were in this match. Sheamus turned on him and threw him out. They later had a tag team match. That's how small this roster is, dude. We couldn't do this. Yeah, they couldn't do this 12-man without having guys who had to wrestle later in the show.
That is true. Yeah, you are right there. I did notice that.
Strowman throws Cesaro out. The last three were Neville, Zayn, and Strowman. Member Neville? I barely remember. Ron and Sammy were the final two. Zayn almost eliminates him before being thrown out. Zayn was super over with this crowd. The crowd was into it, man.
Yep.
This ended, and before going to actual commercials, there was a built-in ad spot where they're talking about the Subway promotion with a picture of Bayley hugging subs. So, yeah. I just thought it was really gross. Like, oh, this is like hugging a bag of subs. How fucking ridiculous is that? He did get a sweet New Day backstage promo with they were the faces of Charles Wright. I thought that was great.
Yep.
Kofi as Godfather, Woods as Papa Shango, and Big E as Kama Mustafa.
Yep.
I thought that was kick-ass, man. The New Day deliver once again. And they set up some shit for Survivor Series. All three of them are on the Survivor Series team. So
it's awesome.
It won't be, and that's in the tag one. So it won't be all tag teams, which is interesting. Because I imagine they don't have enough tag teams, huh?
No,
is that why?
I would assume so. Yeah.
There's still one person grayed out on that team. And I think it's gonna. I know that was the singles one. Never mind. Whatever. Doesn't matter. The 6-man cruiser match. Fucking nonsense. I just want to strongly encourage everybody listening to go and donate to Drew Gulak's GoFundMe. Let's help this guy get some knee pads, guys. For real. Help him out. Get him some knee pads, man. We want you to be safe, Drew. Swan gets the pin, which is cool. He's been getting a lot of the pins lately. Hopefully they're building up for... and he also did beat Kendrick recently, so... Hopefully that means we'll get Swan and Kendrick.
Hopefully.
With Swan going over and becoming the new champ. So... That's pretty awesome. I fucking love Rich Swann. I think we've established that, though.
Yeah, I think we have.
This Charlotte and Bayley shit, I don't know. You think that Charlotte could afford to get that mole removed from her face at this point, man? Honestly, like, at least get the boogeyman to come out and, like, fucking gnaw it off her face. Oh, my God.
Gross.
But yeah, Bayley comes out. She's really bad on the mic, dude. It's just awkward. And yeah, I guess Charlotte sets up the matches now on this. You know, Bayley's like, oh, what are you going to set me up with in a rematch with Dana? And she's like, no, I'm going to set you up in this match with Nia Jax. So I guess Charlotte sets up all the women's matches now. But you get a return of Nia. Haven't seen her in a while, huh?
Yeah, we were just talking about that last week.
She goes from one chick too green to be on the main roster to another one, man.
Yep.
I just feel bad for Bayley. It's like, fuck, man. They're just squandering one of the best female workers in the company with this bullshit.
It's no different than what they do with the guys. It's just ladies then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, you know, Bayley goes from beating Nia Jax, you know, in NXT and shit to just not losing to her, just jobbing.
Yeah.
Just awful fucking bear hug spot for days. I mean, it's just brutal. Nia Jax is the shits, man. With like 4 S's. She's that shitty. She's the shits.
She's the shits when she's the shits you get when you're the furthest away from a toilet you've ever been in your life.
Oh, dude, that's awful.
That is awful.
I think I got food poisoned earlier this week, man.
Did you? Did you poop
Oh
your
man,
pants again?
no, I didn't poop my pants, but luckily I was at home. But I took like 5 shits in an hour.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's no good.
it was
That means
brutal,
something's
dude.
trying to get out.
Yeah, there was definitely like all cases in the number 3s too.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oof.
By the end of it, my butthole felt like a fucking bullet hole wound. It was fucking brutal, dude. Schiff's lasers, as they like to call them.
Oh.
It's like fucking acid out your ass.
Oh, that's terrible.
That was it was brutal. Oh man, Sheamus and Cesaro back out again to wrestle the Jobbing Stars. They win. Moving on. This Golden Truth at a haunted house spot, and like not short either, dude. It was long. It's just them walking around a Halloween or like a haunted house.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of dumb, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so I related it to something else, like just last week or whatever on the Tonight Show. Fallon and Kevin Hart went through a haunted house,
Oh,
and it was fucking hilarious. This was not hilarious. This was not even remotely funny. It was
this
just
was
like
not good.
no. And like, what's the point, dude? I don't get it. What's the point of putting those guys on TV? Better than a match, I guess. You had Owens and Jericho backstage, great as always. It's like Owens is like, "Let's go and get," and they like stand there and point at each other, and then for like a long time before they do the it. I thought that was great. And then yeah, your main event, Jericho and Reigns. They're just calling Reigns the big dog now. You notice that? The big dog.
So dumb.
You remember those shirts that fat dads wore from like 15 years ago?
Yep.
Big dog shirts.
Yep.
Man bag.
I remember big dog shirts. I remember
Reigns
fat
power.
guys and big dog shirts.
Reigns powers out of the walls, just like he powered out of the Accolade. Just like he kicks out of drug suspensions.
Oof. Nice. That was a good one.
Reigns goes for the pin. Owens attacks, so you get a DQ. They're beating the shit out of him. And the crowd is chanting, "We want Rollins." Out comes Rollins to save Roman.
Oh, are they buddies again?
And they at the end of the show, they're staring at each other across the ring. Remember the Shield?
I remember the Shield.
Do you think there'll be a Shield reunion, a Survivor Series? I bet there will be. Reigns and Rollins are on the Raw team. Ambrose is on the SmackDown team, dude.
How are they going to do that? There's got to be some magic involved.
I don't give a fuck about the Shield.
I don't give a fuck about the Shield either.
Dude, that's like this total new fan thing. You can tell somebody's like a new fucking wrestling fan.
Yep.
When they're like, "Oh, Shield's one of the best factions of all time." Like, really? Really? Okay. It's just like, it was such a, like, it was so hot for him. I mean, it was hot. It was over. But I was never really into it. I was like, huh. I never thought Reigns fit with those two guys. Like, Rollins and Ambrose made sense, but like, the fact that they had Reigns with them never did to me.
Well, he was quiet, so I guess I didn't mind him then. But they're not like the best thing ever to happen to wrestling, like somebody would try to tell you. Somebody under the age of what, 25?
I don't know. I recently saw something on there too where they were on some WWE thing. They were talking about the Shield, and Triple H is like, "They're one of the greatest factions of all time." Fuck no.
I don't think so. They're Triple H.
Dungeon of Doom was better than the Shield.
Yeah, it was.
And they had a guy who came out of the sea.
Yeah, that's right.
Sullivan, my son. Pretty much, yeah. I could name about 10 factions that are fucking better than the Shield. But I digress. That was Raw.
Spirit Squad.
The Spirit Squad. What are the
Oddities.
the oddities? Oh man, what the fuck was going on with that?
I don't know.
We gotta get back with the. Remember when Russo was on here talking about that?
Easy.
All right,
It's one.
watch it. All right, well, sorry. He was on here talking about that. How South Park's still on. Got to take advantage of what's hot, man.
That's true.
He wanted to reform the oddities. Huh?
Yeah.
Moving on. SmackDown Live was live from Newark, New Jersey. Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah, sure. James Ellsworth opens the show. Just let that sink in. First thing is like James Ellsworth coming out to his own music
Crowd
and entrance.
pops.
Fuck yeah, they do. More over than fucking Reigns.
Yeah, it's great.
He comes out and says that he's here to say goodbye. He just plays that hapless character like so fucking good.
Great. Yep.
It's so good. He calls Ambrose out. Ambrose ends up showing up. Yeah, that was I thought it was an alright segment. AJ Styles then comes out, and dude, Styles is so over. Like the crowd is going crazy for Styles. It's been this match. That was pretty awesome. You know, they do anything they want to make him a heel. It's not working.
No, it's not. Like you said, everybody loves AJ Styles.
How can you not?
Right. I mean, he's good. He's good on the mic. How could you
Right.
not?
He tells Ellsworth that he owes him his career. Ellsworth then tries to separate the two, which is a comical idea in itself.
Right.
Styles then pushes Ellsworth into Ambrose and out of the ring, delivers a phenomenal forearm to Ambrose. So Bryan sets up AJ and Ambrose. And if Ambrose wins, he's the number one contender again. Who's the number one contender right now?
Oh.
I said last week. Fucking stupid. They have nobody, dude. They have nobody on their fucking roster. Bryan bans Ellsworth from ringside. You can about guess how that's going to play out.
Right.
Yeah. We have Orton and Kane in a no-day queue. Kane gets the advantage. Lights go out. Wyatt and Harper show up. They get involved. Kane kicks both their asses, which is pathetic. You know, they come out, get the drop on him. He still fucking beats both their asses. But Orton wins with an RKO. So, there you go. Continuing that whole fucking thing. Do you see this Baron Corbin vignette?
No, I missed it. Luckily.
You didn't. You didn't miss anything, dude.
I didn't think I did. I heard about it, but I didn't make an effort to go back and find it.
God, that guy's so shitty. Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch versus Bliss and Carmella. I mean, this is nonsense.
I hate Carmella. I cannot stand that woman.
Yeah, Becky covers Carmella. She distracts the ref gets distracted. Becky kicks Carmella off. Bliss rakes her eyes, wins by DDT. Awful promo by Carmella and Bliss afterward.
Mm-hmm.
So next week is that Bliss versus Lynch match for the belt. Just when I was thinking like, oh, at least they banged out all the women's shit in one segment. We're backstage with Daniel Bryan and Naomi. Like, oh man. She's added to the team. So SmackDown's women's team is Naomi, Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella, Carmella, and Alexa Bliss. Natty shows up. As Michael would say, listener Michael, shout out to him. He always says that she probably smells like cat wee, which makes me fucking laugh always. Especially when you think like the British accent, you know? Smelling of cat wee.
You smell a cat pee, mate. It's more Australian, I guess.
Nutty Natty's gonna be the women's team coach.
Okay, Okay.
Yeah.
So, is she joining them at ringside or what now?
Oh yeah, she might have a clipboard.
Oh, yeah, of course. We need a list on this show, too.
Yeah, she's a coach, dude. Spirit Squad is out. Their cheer gets interrupted by American Alpha. A team that they've just been super successful in cooling down, man.
Oh, God, right?
It's unbelievable. Like, I understand not wanting to go there right away, but dude, what are you waiting for with this?
Mm-hmm.
They came in so hot, and they're just like not anymore. But they win, of course. They join the Hype Bros and Heath and Rhino at Survivor Series because this was a qualifying match. So, as you did mention last week, they did use the Spirit Squad as a tag team for that. Miss TV with Daniel Bryan. Bryan announces that Orton, Boring Corbin, Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, and AJ Styles are the Survivor Series team. The Miz was angry about it. I thought this was really good, actually. Those two going back and forth is really fucking good, but they're never going to have a match, so what are you doing?
Yeah. Or maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe.
But Bryan gets hot, throws a chair, Miz bails, so I thought that was a pretty good segment, actually. Ziggler comes out with Miz on commentary. He comes out to defend his belt against Hawkins. It's great because it says Hawkins on the main thing, and on the sidebar it says Hawkins twice.
Yep.
Bang up job, guys.
Yep. Way to proofread.
Yeah, he gets pinned in 10 seconds. So.
Yeah, way to build that guy up too. Jesus Christ, what the fuck are they doing?
They wasted like fucking months giving this guy vignettes.
Yeah.
You bring him in, and the first actual match he has, you beat him in 10 seconds. What the fuck? Oh, man. Yeah, and I'm not even a fan of the guy, but it's like, at least use him. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah, dumb. Speaking of dumb, the broad interviewing Dean Ambrose backstage calls James Ellis.
Yep.
Holy fuck, dude. Like, how you work there, dude? You fucking work there. How hard is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, just, god damn it. I don't know. But yeah, Ellsworth is there. He wants to come to ringside again. Whatever. The Wyatt promo with Harper and Orton. You see that weird, like, little effect in Orton's eyes?
The
What's
twinkle. He's got a twinkle in his eye.
It's like, not only do you have to listen to Wyatt do fucking weird-ass, like, nonsensical promos, now Randy Orton's gonna do them too. So, great. And Headbangers versus the Usos. For a spot.
How about the Usos attire this week? Looks like it was laundry day.
It always looks like it's laundry day with those fucking guys.
What was in sweatpants, dude? Like straight up sweatpants.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Usos get a quick win, and yeah, they're gonna be fucking in on the Survivor Series team. Really interesting. During the promo picture they showed for this, it was like one Uso twice.
Yeah.
It wasn't like both Usos. It was like one Uso clone.
Yep. It was like what they did. Like, okay, you had to have seen this a few weeks back on Sunday Night Football. They took with Brad Stafford now, or not Stafford. I'm sorry, Bradford running the Vikings. They like superimposed his face on Teddy Bridgewater's body for one of their promos, and then like made their 5 look like an 8. You know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was big. That was a big deal for a while.
That's fucking silly. And Ambrose kicks Ellsworth out of the building. Get into the match. Of course, Ellsworth shows up. He gets chased out by security. Later, chased back to the ring by security. Almost costs Ambrose the match, but in the end ends up helping, I guess, Ambrose win. So Ambrose hits the dirty deeds and wins. He's the number 1 contender.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It's a better show, dude, than Raw. I mean, they had the continuing Ellsworth thing all night long. They have do a better job of running shit throughout the show. It's just a better show. But they badly need some talent over there. They could so use like a Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode should be on SmackDown. He should be the Intercontinental Champion. Done. Because there's just no one. They're gonna have to get people, dude. Because there's no way they can keep going like this. There's just nobody left. Like, how are you gonna? And that was some of the talk too. That Undertaker's gonna come back and help out Kane, so you'll get an Undertaker and Kane versus the Wyatts with Orton.
Didn't they take their souls away already?
Yeah.
I thought didn't that what they did that a little while back? Didn't they? They like consumed the Undertaker and Kane.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
You remember that when they carried him away from the ring?
Man,
when was that?
I don't. It all blurs together. But remember when Kane and Undertaker beat the shit out of all the Wyatts in a tag match?
Yeah.
It's Survivor Series, right?
Was it last year or the year before?
I think it was last year at Survivor Series.
I thought
All
they
the
ate their
Wyatts
souls already. I thought the Wyatts controlled them or something.
Yeah, you remember when you had the power of lightning?
I remember.
God damn it, dude. Yeah, I guess none of that had happened because we're doing it again.
Holy fuck.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's fucking awful.
This is dumb.
It's really stupid. NXT was mostly from San Jose this week, which was nice. It was nice to see NXT somewhere other than Full Sail. Actually have an energetic crowd. So that's pretty decent. Aries comes out. He's hurt, obviously. So Roddy will be taking on Shane Thorne in a one-on-one match. The winners will progress. Obviously, TM61 go over here because Aries is not coming back anytime soon. I wonder if they'd have went over before. I bet it wouldn't have been. I bet it would have been Aries and Roddy going over, huh?
Yeah.
But they got fucked into doing the right thing. TM61 are awesome. They need something. They're not there yet. You know, just bringing them out like one has red trunks and one has blue trunks. They don't say anything. They don't do anything. But in the ring, they're fucking great. They could be a really great tag team. Moving on from that, we had DIY versus the Revival. Dawson comes out on crutches saying they have to pull out. And so why wasn't this made a singles match just like the last one?
I don't know.
So they're out. DIY just gets a bye. DIY with a bye. That rhymes. Swan and No Way Jose versus the Authors of Pain. The faces were crazy over on this show. And like I said, too, just nice to have a fun crowd for a change.
Right.
Not that an NXT Full Sail crowd. Back and forth fucking match. You know, the faces actually got a lot in before the Authors of Pain went over. So that was good. They didn't just crush these guys. Ellering got involved in the match, too. Some cheating, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And this last one was back at Full Sail. It was Ibushi and TJP versus Sanity, which is Wolf and Fulton. Fucking Bushi gets the pin. Young and Nikki Cross distract the ref. Fulton and Wolf then finish Ibushi and pin. They move on. So crowd didn't really seem to care, or that or they were just stunned. But obviously Ibushi is not going anywhere because he's not signed. So next week you get DIY versus the Authors of Pain and Sanity versus TM61. So I imagine you imagine they're going to go with the Authors over DIY, huh?
I hope not.
You think they probably use this as the Authors of Pain to go over completely? That'd be awful. I don't see them as a main contending tag team at all, dude.
I hope not. I hope they lose like the finals.
I think you could put those two guys with somebody. maybe a smaller guy as like his fucking heaters.
Yeah.
Like it'd have to be like a Seth Rollins almost. I don't think
Right.
Seth Rollins has those two guys with him all the time. They could still wrestle as a tag team.
Hey, did they try that with Seth Rollins once?
Well, no, they just had when they had two tiny fucking guys.
Yeah.
Give them two tiny jobbers as
We're
security.
gonna give you two tiny guys.
Yeah.
Make sure you're all right.
Yeah. A guy who had his face exploded before.
Yep. Got stabbed too.
So that was NXT. Whatever. The Dusty Classic doesn't seem as good. Like none of these teams are really. I like DIY, of course,
I do.
and
Yep.
Team 61. So we'll see what happens with that. Lucha Underground.
Yes.
We had the return of Dario's Dial of Doom this week.
Yay! My favorite.
It is. It's America's favorite game show, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Lands on Dario's choice. He then chooses Cortez Castro, who is still recovering from a broken arm at the hands of Pentagon. I actually really enjoyed this, man. Matanza stomps his broken arm like a narc at a biker rally. straight up snaps it, dude. Like the cast flies off, and I thought it was cool that inside of the cast is like blood and shit. I thought that was pretty well done.
Yeah.
Kind of had like a bloody, wrap on there. Cortez hammers Matanza over the head repeatedly with the cast. It does shit. Wrath of the Gods, Matanza wins, and Dario comes in and calls him a rat, which is why that was cool. And the commentary, of course, mentions, they don't know why he called him that. They don't know why he's mad at Cortez. I just love that, like that whole angle of Lucha Underground where we know what's happening, but commentary doesn't. Commentary is not aware of any of the backstage shit. They're not aware of any of the office shit. I fucking like that, man.
Yeah.
It creates like a really interesting story that way. That they don't know what's going on, but you do. It's fucking awesome. Been moved to Puma in ring. He says that Muertes put his mentor Conan in a casket. Now he's going to do the same. He challenges Mill to grave consequences next week. Katrina comes out and accepts, and Mil Muertes attacks in a dapper fucking suit, dude.
Yeah,
I love looking something about luchador mask in a suit is just dope to me. Fucking love it. So yeah, grave consequences is always a good fucking time. With these two, with Mill and Puma, definitely should be good. Looking forward to a lot of fucking madness there. Some of those other ones that they've had in the past have been super crazy, man.
Right?
So
that first one was the fucking shit.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens with this. In-ring, Famous B takes the mic away from Melissa Santos to introduce Dr. Wagner Jr., who will be taking on Son of Havoc. The winner gets to pick the stip for Famous B and Mascarita Sagrada's match next week.
Right.
So that's great. I love that they kind of built big Famous B up to, to kind of be that. I mean, he is actually, in actuality, he is a really good wrestler. But I like how they've built him up here. That any match he had, he's lost in Lucha Underground. So Havoc wins, and they choose a Believer's Backlash, where the fans can bring any weapons they want. So that should be. So the whole crowd's gonna have weapons, I guess.
Yeah,
So
just like before, right?
Well, last time it was straps.
Oh, that's right. It was straps.
Yeah, that's when our boy Hot Tub Guy was like whipping the shit out of fucking. What was that?
Hernandez.
Hernandez, yeah. Like legit, like whipped him in the fucking face. Awesome. I don't like that Hernandez guy either. I'd have fucking hit him in the face with that too. And your main event was Mysterio Jr. versus Chavo Guerrero Jr. in a loser leaves lucha match. Chavo Sr. looking badass out in the crowd.
Yep.
Chavo wins by DQ. Chavo Sr. got involved in this, which was cool. But yeah, Chavo wins by DQ. Out comes Dario. He says no main event, and the temple ends in DQ. He restarts the match. Anything goes. And Ray wins the match.
Nice.
So Chavo is gone.
He's exiled from the temple.
And Chavo Sr. even took a bump up there. So, you can't beat that shit, right? How old is that fucking guy, Ernie?
I'm not sure.
He's old as fuck. So yeah, that was Lucha Underground. We're actually like really fucking ahead of schedule this week.
We really are.
You get you and I together, and it's just like we just bust through it. We bust through the bullshit. I don't know. What else are you going to talk about?
Well, I don't know. What else? What else we got out there? We got to have some more news or something, huh?
I already talked about my shits. I don't know what more you people want.
Yeah, really. I can talk about my dump. It was a good, healthy dump right before the show. It was a good one. Feel good. In my Zen mode. It's one of them. And you just feel nice and relaxed afterward. Everything's right. The sun's shining a little brighter. Birds are singing a little louder.
Yeah. I always gauge the success of the shit by like how much wiping is involved and whether or not it actually goes down the toilet. Like a good shit is when there's minimal wiping and it goes down.
Yes.
Yeah. That's always puts you in a good mood. We could talk about Survivor Series and what you think's gonna go down here. It's got a couple of weeks until this, but we do have the matches set already. Are going to be this men's match, the tag match, and the women's are all going to be conventional Survivor Series, which I'm actually kind of stoked about.
It's been a while since we got these matches, I think.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that all these teams are like heels and faces could be really interesting, man. I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to it, I think, for a change. I'm looking forward to a WWE pay-per-view. But what else is going to be on this card? That's my other question.
Go big.
Remember,
it's Goldberg.
So you got these three matches. You got Goldberg and Lesnar. I'm sure you'll have a cruiserweight match. There'll be no, there won't be an IC match because they're on that fucking team, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what else is going to be involved in this, but I don't know if there's going to be any stakes on this yet. They haven't really said anything about that. Or is it just going to be like bragging rights? I think that sucks. There needs to be something that, like, if SmackDown whichever team wins gets something.
But whichever team loses has to take Bo Dallas.
Raw already has him.
Oh,
Maybe like the winning team. I thought maybe like the winning team gets an NXT pick or something. I don't know. But why would you want to win so they can get another guy? I guess. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't work. But I feel like there needs to be some stip in there. But either way, it should be interesting to see. It's been a while since we've seen these rosters together. I do think there's going to be a Shield mini reunion.
yeah. It's inevitable.
It is. People they'll pop too, man. Like Mark's is gonna pop for that shit super hard. They're gonna fucking eat it up. Remember the Shield? So I don't know. As we give some quick shout outs to all of our fucking homies while we're at it. Shout outs to Wrestling Soup, motherfucker, Glow Podcast, Federation Podcast, Sat Pod, Falcon 1974 on YouTube, Yuck Nasty Dogga Baby from Get in the Corner. Shout out to what else we got? Fully Loaded Pro. Check out Fully Loaded Pro on YouTube and the Fight app. They got a bunch of awesome matches coming up on their weekly show. It is free. It is worth your time. Definitely check that out. I don't know. Do some ODB shout outs. Shout out to the submarines. Shout out to the Eskimos. I know you all be bumping my shit. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
What's
Excuse
going
me,
on over
sir.
there? What's going on over there? I like this. I like the idea that the show, we bust through everything and then it kind of trails off into
Into madness. Like it
into
used to,
nonsense.
all the time.
Yeah.
When we talk about food for an hour.
Talk about food.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be eating lasagna later.
I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner yet tonight. I am wide open.
Wide open. Yeah, it's gonna be a lazy, like, the Stouffer's lasagna.
Oh,
Buy those.
those are good though, yeah, man.
Dude, they are fucking good, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
They're
Not
not
as good
easy
as my
too.
mom's lasagna, but yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, when I chicks at work, I can throw it in the oven for hour and 45 minutes and be done when she gets home. So.
Their pies are really good. Like they make those pies. Chocolate
Oh,
silk
really?
pies, yeah. You don't even have to put them in the oven. You just have to let them thaw a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or get hard up and eat them frozen.
Or that, yeah. It wouldn't taste any different.
It's like you get sick of waiting for it. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. I'm eating it. There you go. We're in talks to set up a super show with the Fuds
I'm trying.
coming up here, hopefully. So
They're not happy with the offer because of the Canadian exchange rate.
yeah.
So
yeah,
you're
hit
gonna
them
have
up.
to tweet them guys. You know, we can't up our offer anymore. We had to buy new equipment, so
We did have to buy new equipment, and you can help offset that purchase by buying a T-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees.
buy a T-shirt. Remember
Come on,
the
baby.
T-shirts?
Come on, baby, buy a T-shirt. Look good. It's holiday time, right?
Yeah.
What
my
better
poor
stocking
friend.
stuffer than a Suplex City Limits? Get your grandma a King of Bong style T-shirt.
Yeah. Grandma would love it.
Fucking awesome, dude. We do have a Hall of Fame to do.
We do.
I don't know whose week it is. I guess it's your week.
It is my week. I've had one picked for a while here. I was gonna
yeah?
go a lot earlier, but yeah, I'm gonna do Juventud Guerrera.
Yeah. So Hoovy Juice, we're gonna make
The
it
Hoovy
juicy up in
juice.
here.
We're gonna get juicy.
The 79th inductee into the Suplex City Limits Hall of Fame, the most prestigious Hall of Fame in all of podcasting. Juventud Guerrera.
Juven juice.
Yeah, he was fucking good, but man, he had issues.
Yeah, he
as
did.
well.
Well, all
Sometimes
these guys have issues, you know that.
that's true. He would sometimes go into business for himself, but overall, talent-wise, I mean, there was a time where he was one of the best fucking, luchadors out there, man.
Yep.
Him and Ray together,
Yep.
dude. I remember towards the death days of WCW, when they had cruiserweight tag team championship. Him and Ray were fucking tag champs.
Yep.
Cruiserweight champs. That shit's fucking cool. Those two together. I don't know. I'd love to see him get him back, dude. He's still working. He's only 41, dude.
Right, he was way young. He's a very young man. Yep.
I mean, Goldberg's 49. Sting was like 83. I mean, Juventud is only 41 years old. Get him back, dude.
Yeah, right?
Bring him back. Do a cruiserweight match with him. That'd be fucking awesome, dude. Have him put over your cruiserweight champ. Yeah. Juventud Guerrera is Spanish for warrior youth. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You did.
No.
You did.
Well, I knew Guerrera was warrior, but I didn't know
There
what
you go.
Juventud stood for.
Yeah. The dude is fucking. I enjoyed him. I always enjoyed his shit. He was doing, one of the first guys in American wrestling doing a 450.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was even, he won the America's X Cup in TNA wrestling even.
Did he? What year was that?
2004.
Really?
Yeah. With Abismo Negro.
Not one of his biggest accomplishments, though.
No. WCW Cruiserweight Champion 3 times.
And then WWE twice, so a 5-time cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, Tag Team Champ with Rey Mysterio Jr. They weren't the Cruiserweight Champs, actually. Maybe then, I guess, huh? But they were in that scene which, you know, I'm not for all these fucking belts and shit, but I do like the idea of a cruiserweight tag belt. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
What if they did that? I mean, obviously it's overkill right now, but this cruiserweight shit, man, I wouldn't mind a trios belt. No tag belt, just a trios.
Yeah, but then they're gonna neuter all their matches, though, man. That only works in Lucha. You can't do it with WWE. You can't. It's not gonna work there. Nothing works there. Nothing they're doing is working.
Yeah.
You can't. He'd have to go to Lucha.
I would really like to see that, man. That would be interesting if they brought him back.
And put him in Lucha. Yeah, he'd have to go to. Yes. I'm saying, man.
Just have him come out and challenge, challenge whoever your champ is. You know, if that's TJP or, Kendrick, whoever it may be. You got a guy here who's, a 5-time Cruiserweight champion. Have him come in, put him over. That'd be fucking sweet. Old school, though, with the mask and shit.
Right.
This guy, when he took the mask off, he looked like fucking Rico.
Yeah.
Suave.
Rico.
Exactly. He looked just like him.
He did.
There you go. So, Juventud Guerrera. You can check out our Hall of Fame on Facebook.com/Suplex City Limits. Under the albums, we have the entire Hall of Fame there. It's pretty cool, man, actually. Spend a little time just browsing through there and see who's all in there. Fucking a lot of members at this point, man.
A lot of member berries in there, too.
Well, yeah, there's definitely a lot.
I remember the Iron Sheik. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. I remember great Sasuke. Yeah, the 79. He's the 79th, so definitely check that out. Spend a little time. Comment on it, let us know what you think and who else we should add to the Hall of Fame, shit like that. And, I don't know. I guess it's going to be a short episode this week.
I guess. Came on fire and we used it all up.
I felt like we had a lot when I first got in, and I was like, I got to pound through this shit,
It's even a pay-per-view week, too. Ay.
It's like fucking, you pound too fast and hard, and then, you're done too fast,
Well, I guess you got time for a nap now. All right.
That, or, give me a couple minutes until I can get hard again, and we'll fucking go through something else. We'll pound through something else. Next week we'll have a guest again. This week, I don't know. I just kind of I got lazy about booking. I feel like we had a great Halloween special, so
nailed it this week.
It's nice every once in a while just to have you and me, man. It doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, you never take me out dancing anymore, Jim.
You never take me out dancing anymore.
I even bought that new dress, Jim. Bought that new dress.
In the closet.
I haven't even got to wear them earrings yet.
You sound like Mrs. Vicious.
Do I?
She'll buy some dress, and then she'll be like, I haven't even worn that dress yet. I'm like, why did you buy that dress? Do we go anywhere ever that, needs a dress? What the fuck, man? Yeah. Oh, fuck.
You should go down the street and get tacos at Los Salonas. That's what you should do.
Yeah, I've never been there.
It's delicious.
That's pretty good shit.
Oh, yeah. You get a lot of food there, too.
That's good. I'm not much of a Mexican food guy, really.
Oh, that's authentic. That's the real deal. Their tacos are kick-ass.
I might be even less of an authentic Mexican food guy.
Oh, come on. Nothing better than that.
Yeah, I'm way more into, Chinese food or Italian food or German food. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big Mexican food guy.
No?
I don't like spicy
tortillas.
Shit.
I guess I just like tortillas a lot.
Yeah. Put anything in a tortilla and you're in, or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Got election day coming up in America for all of our Americans.
God. Can we not? Can we just no? Can we just not talk about this?
Get out and vote. Unless you're voting for fucking Trump, then fuck off and stay home.
I just want to thank all the Trump supporters out there. When I go on my walks and stuff, sometimes I'll grab a Red Bull or something, piece of candy or something. Thanks for putting those signs out. I know which yards I could just throw my trash into. Thanks a lot out there.
Well, they've already got trash in their front yard, so.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I mean. It's like, oh, these people don't care.
These people obviously don't give a shit about anything.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't give a fuck about their property value.
Hey, that's exactly, man. That shit's
Oh,
not
good
I'm just
Lord.
ready for it to be over, man.
I am. Excuse me.
Yeah, we were talking about that this week. It's just like so fucking just beat down
Uh-huh.
by the bullshit right now. You know?
Everything that's happening up here. That pipeline bullshit that everybody's getting misinformation on.
Yeah, we're right in the heart of that. That's
Yeah,
you
we
know,
are. That's happening in our backyard.
Yeah, it's kind of national.
Oh, why'd we
news.
say that? Now we're going to get bombarded by listeners wanting to know the truth.
The truth. The truth.
The truth.
Yeah, I don't know.
The golden truth.
But yeah, you go on Facebook and shit, and it's just like, just arguing about bullshit.
I had to go dark for a while, man. I'm not coming back on until this shit's over with. I'm
Yeah,
done.
it's just like I just go on Facebook to have fun and like post funny shit and like have a good time. I don't care about your politics really or like your bullshit. It's ridiculous. I was like ready for this election to be over. It's like the longest election season
Ever.
in fucking history. Yeah,
Ever.
it's been going on.
Because of manatees running this year. Big orange fucking manatee with a very abrasive manatee at that. Not that I'm for Clinton either, man. She's kind of an evil person. But I honestly see Donald Trump as a biblical antichrist.
That's a lot coming from a fucking atheist.
Right?
But in North Dakota, medical marijuana is on the ballot.
Yep.
So hopefully that passes.
I actually know a few people who could really benefit from this. A few people who have like seizures and stuff, man. I know a lot of people. So.
A lot of people besides me. Oh shit. Yeah, we'll see about that. That should hopefully that passes. If it doesn't, I'll still be smoking weed on Wednesday. So, whatever. That's the thing that's funny about it is like they vote this down, and 0 people are quitting smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, legal or no, there's the same amount of people doing it. So what's the fucking point of making it illegal? Doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Waste tax dollars. It really does.
So we'll see about that. A lot of other states. I think there's other states too.
There's
California.
9 states.
Yeah. California's
For
voting.
recreational, not medical. Ours is
Yeah,
only
they're-
medical.
Well, for now. California's going for full recreational.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that they don't yet.
Exactly. I was surprised they weren't the first because they were one of the first for the medical.
Right.
And I guess it's pretty lax out there. It sounds like here, it's gonna be, if they did pass, it's going to be like pretty fucking strict.
All right.
It's gonna be pretty hard to do. But out in California, you can just like go to these doctors and you just pay them like $250, and they're like, here you go.
Just tell
Here's
them
a
you
cough.
stubbed your toe. Stubbed my toe today.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They'll just give it to you. So that's badass. But we'll see. So we'll be back next week to recap all of that shit. The week in wrestling. Yeah.
In the week in politics?
No.
No. No, thank you,
This
sir.
is by far the most we've ever talked about any of that shit because I intentionally don't.
Right.
Because I feel like, when we wouldn't if we weren't sitting here like stretching for time, kind of. But yeah, I feel like you listen to a wrestling podcast to hear about wrestling. Like I want to give people a safe haven from all that bullshit. And there's
Oh.
nothing I hate more than when like wrestling podcasts that I like talk about things that aren't really wrestling. Like I don't really care what you think about politics. I care about like what you think about fucking the cruiserweights. I don't know. So I assure you we won't come back here and talk about politics next week. You got the Jim Vicious guarantee on that.
The seal of approval. This SCL seal of approval.
There you go. All right. On this note, we're gonna fucking wrap this shit up. As always, we thank you very much for listening and supporting the show. Hope we're wrapping up 2016 here. soon. We rolling into 2017, the 2-year anniversary coming up in like March, episode 100. That should be good shit. And then we'll continue on into the future until you eventually get sick of watching wrestling.
We didn't even make an abortion joke this week.
Then it'll be Suplex City Limits, the Jim Vicious, and whoever else. There was no abortion jokes this week?
Yeah, there were no abortion jokes this week.
The only abortion on this show was Dana Brooke versus Bailey at LSL. That was the only abortion on the show this week.
That's true.
I don't know what to tell you. Why do we always have to talk about that? Why do we always have an abortion joke in the show?
Well, we usually do. I think our streak was broken.
Last week we were talking about fucking necrophilia.
Yeah.
Because it was Halloween,
Well, yeah.
Just trying to be festive.
We're gonna talk. We'll talk about cornucopias in 2 or 3 weeks here. So when it's Thanksgiving.
American Thanksgiving's coming up.
Oh yeah.
Get some stuffing.
Oof, stuffing and gravy and mashed potatoes.
Stuffing's my favorite part of Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Stuffing and pumpkin pie, man.
Pinky pie.
All right, this has gotten retarded.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, we gotta go. I want to play Skyrim. Let's go.
This is more retarded than Eugene. All right. So, until next week, may you get all of the dick and/or pussy you desire. And remember, a winner is you.
Alright, that's cool. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the street. Well, yeah, on the way there for battle. Get ready. Fighters ready. Engage. Let's go. Fighters ready. Engage. Let's go. Final round. Go for it. Let's go. Find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter. Prepare for battle. I got the picture. Get ready. Are you ready? Go. Prepare to strike. Now. Let's go. All you can. Final round. Engage. Let's go. You win. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter. Yeah. On the way, prepare for battle. Get ready. Are you ready?